Just in Tallinn at the moment, but I'm actually just about to head out the city to a small town, or not even sure if it's a town, village, called Amari. I think that's how you pronounce it, Amari. You might be asking what's in Amari. Answers, I don't really know. Other than there's a large base based outside the town. After researching interesting quirky places to visit, came across a place that's located on the fringes of Amari. So I thought I'd go in check that out. Didn't know military stopped me. Just arrived. Like a very peaceful sort of like place amongst the forest, the woodland. Looks like there might be quite a few things to do in this sort of area. This to the air base. There used to be a Soviet plane just here apparently. Yeah, same with the withdrawal of Soviet army. Numbers declined, population declined in the town village quite drastically. Let's have a walk up anyway. Guessing a lot of these apartment blocks were built specifically for staff and families of people working at the air base during the Soviet times. Thinking there like a tannoy actually going off somewhere just up ahead. Must be the air base. I'm not sure exactly which way I'm supposed to go here, but I have a feeling it's probably in here somewhere. I think I can actually see like a proper path though. Seems like the ideal location to have this. So you'll see it's kind of self-explanatory. Like a little cemetery, specifically Soviet fighter pilots. Not a bad place to be buried, I'd say. Very tranquil. You see like the tombstones are made out the wings of the MiG airplanes. We've got the pictures of the young Soviet fighters. Goes on, not all of them have these, but it's probably about half a dozen. Or like gravestones, tombstones. So there's like separate ones, inscriptions on. That one's got a plane on it, like a MiG fighter jet. Pretty sure I can hear gunfire as well. Hopefully I'm far away enough though, in amongst the trees, so safe in the cemetery. Hear that? Like this sort of dull pops in the distance. Probably the trees kind of blocking out the sound. I really test my Russian reading skills. Alexander Nikolaevich, first pilot I think, second class lieutenant. That's just a guesstimate. Something in service, obviously in service of, I don't know, I guess Soviet Union. A bit difficult to read. You see the Soviet star on there on each of them. You see like the flaps there. Taran Vayeni Storman. This one's Vayeni Lechik Pitan Krul Sergei Vladimirovich 86. See the quite cool inscription chiseled into the plane. See the plane go over. I can hear it but I can't see it. So I can't read most of that. Something Earth. He wasn't very old, was he? 62, 86, 24. See the pictures though, a bit faded now, but Chegadaya Sarayov Sturman. Not entirely sure what that is. I tried to do some translations online of some of the words I could see, but I think one of them was like ended up coming out as horse rider or something. It obviously wasn't entirely right. I think get the general gist of what it means. It's hard to see with the sun. He saw I can't read that, it's too hard with the sun there. He came to Earth and then returned to Earth or something like that, I think. Tamu I Vertisia, I think that's return, Zemlya, Earth. So I think something like they came to Earth and returned to Earth or something to that effect. I could be way off, but that's my best guess. You know, there's like 2 buried in each plot. I don't think there's any bodies buried here now. I think they were moved out some years ago was originally a cemetery. It's kept more as a memorial. It's quite ironic because it's right next to the Amari air base where a lot of NATO troops are stationed. I think this is probably one of the top brass. So number 1 in that sort of emblem there. 2 swords crossing, and Soviet star, Commandeer Palka Galakin Yevgeny Yevstratievich. Something man, person, something light monument, or monumental light, probably proper translation. 1938, 1979. Don't think any of these people were killed in live action or anything. I think they were just, he died because of you know, accidents and stuff at the air base, part like training exercises. I don't think these are the original tail wings off the planes. If there's like a plane crash, I don't think these are the original ones, but I think these are just taken off, like maybe obsolete planes that they had, MiG planes. I think that might be a woodpecker actually. Disturbing the peace, the tranquility. Yeah, 2 young guys together. Maybe it was like the one plot possibly worked, I guess, sort of small team together maybe, I don't know. It's hard to come by much information on this cemetery. A lot of it's sort of anecdotal, other people have put on. It's like a whole squadron, that one. And the KT must stand for Captain, obviously. LT, Lecce, not entirely sure on that, I think Lieutenant. I don't know if they'd all perished in some sort of accident altogether. If so, that's quite a lot of people. So like the star, like hammer and sickle as well on there. These ones, I'm not sure, they're all unmarked. Maybe it's like a plot where someone's been it, only like 1 person. Not really sure why they'd be unmarked though. They have like sort of tulips, each of them the same. Maybe they weren't any particular rank and file, but you think it'd still be named. There's quite a few of them go on as well. See what this big one at the end is. This one does have a name on it, seems to be the only one of this type. Simeon Kirillovich, 1946, 27 to 46, I think that says. Not sure why only the one would have the name. This one's very different from all the others. It's more like a sort of traditional gravestone, isn't it? Tombstone. Almost like a sort of Victorian quality to it. Nothing like the others. There's no picture on that one as well. There's so many variations. One over there, it's almost like a sort of like little urn. I think it's toppled off, hasn't it? That's like the capital, the pedestal. They don't seem to be sort of like positioned in any particular order, depending on the sort of rank and file of, you know, like the rank and file in the military at the time. Seems like they're all just kind of placed together as one, just the same in death. Lihachev, 1957 I think to 89, so that's quite a late one. And 2 older guys, someone's left sweet there I think. His pictures survived quite well, hasn't it? All those old photographs you associate with the Soviet Union. Lots of flowers in this one, not the normal one. Maybe these weren't pilots as such, but still worked on the airbase. Zaborsky Vyacheslav Anatolyevich, 56 to 99. By the pictures, he might look much older. So he had quite a good innings, didn't he? Quite a long life. I don't know what the sort of life expectancy in general for the average person was in the Soviet Union at the time. Putin and his acolytes all moaning about the former Soviet republics all taking down all Soviet monuments, Russophobia, all that rubbish. This kind of shows for a fact that that's not always the case. There's still respect there for the people that died in service. Otherwise the Estonian government could just as well, if the bodies have been moved, taken all this down and like other monuments, but obviously it's important to a lot of people. All monuments have been removed from the Soviet past, Soviet memory. Well, I think there's not much more to see or say about that, to be honest. Unfortunately, I couldn't find too much information. Maybe some more on that board by the bus stop, so I'll have a look again. Remains a bit of a sort of mystery. In the bike riding past, waving at me and then just saying something on the way past, but I don't know what he was obviously saying. Probably thinks I'm part of the NATO gang. There's a bit of information on the 1840s memory of fallen soldiers and pilots. You see in 1945 subject pilot sands. Soldiers posted to defend the construction site. Pilots who are based in Amari have not been buried here in memory of pilots, part of a wing from a decommissioned aircraft was buried here, yeah, just as far. But their ashes were sent back to their native countries, or so they're cremated and then sent back, so it kind of makes sense.